Alright, what is up everyone? Here we are, back once again with some more ladder action. This is a sponsored run from Beck. It's kind of like a flimsy nod deck. It's like Fnatic aggro, but with flames instead of Fanatics. Like, this is Fnatic Stank, which used to be one of the best decks. Probably the best deck in the game. Now we're just putting flamers in instead of Fanatics. I personally don't like this deck very much, because everything is very low hit points, and almost everything is a reload timer. Like, if you're trying to kill stuff, you need to use shades for vehicles, and you need to use stealth tanks for air most of the time. And then you have flamers for infantry, and like the stealth tank and the shade will take a really long time to reload. And once things start shooting them, they just die, so you can't hold with them at all. So you're kind of looking to use flamers to hold always. Like, that's your game plan. Kind of like the Fnatic Stank deck did. Your front line is always going to be your infantry. And then you're using reloading burst units behind them to deal with things that threaten them. The problem is you don't get the Fnatic boost anymore. Like, what made that deck so strong was that the reloading units behind would reload very quickly because they would constantly be getting boosted by the Fanatics. Flamers don't boost them. So, like, you kill a Talon with your stealth tank, you're going to be waiting like 11 seconds so you can kill another one with the stealth tank. Unless you do the split shot thing. But, like, you know, you kill like a Razorback or something, you got to wait like 11 seconds to kill another one. That's quite a long time in Rivals. Same with the Shade, like, you shoot a tank, you got to wait ages until it reloads. Pitbull spam is going to be an issue because you got nothing that one-shots Pitbulls. You kind of got to, like, transition into lasers to fight Pitbulls, but your front line needs to be flamers most of the time, so that's not going to be great. That's kind of why I don't really like these kind of decks. I don't like these flimsy front lines. You're going to end up like spamming bikes a lot of the time, as a lot of Nod players do when they're in trouble. You're just going to spam a ton of bikes and hope you get there. But yeah, we're going to play deck. We're going to see how it goes. Maybe I'll be wrong. It certainly happens sometimes that I play these decks and I'm like, actually, I was wrong. It works a lot better than I thought it was going to. But sometimes the expected weakness is also proven in a few games. So yeah, we'll play it out. We'll see what happens. Maybe it'll prove to be better than I thought. Maybe it'll be exactly what I said. I don't know. It's also going to be like super micro intensive. Like, Fnatic Stank was the best deck when Fanatics was super strong and before the stealth tank and the shade got nerfs. But you had to be like the best player in the world to make it work. Like, only Agent and Alicia really curb stomped everyone with it. Pretty much everyone else kind of struggled with that deck because it was too difficult to play, including me. So this deck is now even harder to play with because you don't have the power of the Shade or the Stank or the Fanatics. Like, everything is just weaker than it was. So it kind of feels like you're just playing like a nerfed deck. And the deck was like already pretty difficult to win with before it got nerfs, and now it has a ton of nerfs. So yeah, not a huge fan, but we will see how it goes. Alright, so classic War Factory openings. Bikes and wheels versus bikes and wheels. Gonna try and absorb a bike volley here. Actually, get a second bike. He's gone straight into lasers. Interesting.
Hi YouTube. Smash that like button.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, YouTube. But don't say hi to Beck. That's the important thing. Remember, never say hi to Beck. This guy transitions straight into lasers, and I think my flames are going to be a little too slow. Nope, looks like they're just in time. Just fast enough. I don't know if these wheels are going to hold. I think they are. Alright, we got kind of... I wouldn't say lucky, because the game is deterministic, but that was pretty close. A little bit too close. This guy's playing Chem Troopers, so we're going to have to make a lot of flamers. Although I guess we can use wheels now. Chems don't beat wheels like they used to. So yeah, we're probably looking to support with some wheels. Let's get them in there. Don't want to walk into this Chem Trooper. Alright, so he has a tank. Tank means I need to go shade, but I'm a little low on money because the deck is really quite expensive. I'm going to get there just about. Here we go, get the shade out. Shade is excellent against Scorpion tank, but now here's what I was talking about before, like we had to wait a while for the reload. Shade's not so bad. Shade reloads pretty quickly. Stealth tank is the one I'm concerned about. I'm having a hard time just finishing off these chems though. It takes forever to kill them, even with wheels. Oh, that chem warrior did a number considering it. Actually, was that the that was the healthy one, right? The damaged one was up top. Yeah, there's the damaged one. We can probably kill it with the shade. Shade does reasonable infantry damage. Yeah, that'd be very nice. Any wheels. Come down here and fight this guy. I probably want stealth tank now. We can do split shot with stealth tank like you can against Talons. Ah, damn it! Wasted the extra shot. Let's get this one here. So we've shot that tank. There's reload on the stealth tank, cleans up everything, and that should be game over. Yeah, Jade does nothing as usual. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad a game, but his deck was... I mean, his deck was kind of a... It was not a meta deck at all. Like, Banshee and Jade and Chems, not a meta deck.
3, 2, 1. New mission received.
Hey, don't know this guy at all.
Building online. Unit ready.
A Korean gentleman. Could be a lady actually. Shouldn't assume gender. I don't even know that for sure they're Korean. I just know they have Korean characters as their name. Put these two in. This is probably not a great play. Shouldn't be this aggressive with my wheels, really. Go straight to the bikes. Makes sense. I'm probably going to bike mirror. And then I need flamers as quickly as possible. I don't want to try and fight these with wheels, these lasers with wheels. So, as I was saying before, I want flamers to really be my front line. And then the best thing to go with the flamers is almost always going to be bikes. At least early game. Oh wow, that's a good cannon, that's scary. We're going to need shade for that, because obviously it's going to take a little while to build. It's going to be a problem. So we'll do lasers until we can afford a shade. We'll keep trying to pressure the Giga. Stay back. Don't want to let it charge up. Oh man, that shade is so expensive. That shade is so expensive. I don't know if we're going to get there in time for first missile. There we go, shade. Can't really go after the Giga Cannon properly. Banshee, weird. Alright, here we go. Now we go for the Giga. Move this off. Move this off. Alright, nice. We didn't get the Giga, but we created enough pressure that we won the missile, which is not as good, but, you know, it's okay. It's decent. Now I'm trying to kill the Giga with Venus. It is what it is, man. Sometimes you gotta do some ugly things in this game. I've never been a big fan of Shade as like an out to things like Giga, because no one's playing Giga without ways to protect it, right? Like, look at this. Obviously, it's more difficult to protect the Giga Cannon. So I'm not a huge fan of using Shade as like your only way to interact with those things. Got Venom as well. It's gonna be a bit of a problem. Alright, Stealth Tank should be great here. Should be able to kill 2 Banshees if we do it right. Now this has to reload for like an hour. But the Giga is very low, so we can probably go after it. Yeah, Giga finally goes down. A bit of a nightmare though. Still got some missiles left over for Banshee. We can go in here. Not sure why the Stealth Tank decided to stop instead of carrying on towards its target, but there you go. Let's see if we can kill this Giga. Very nice. That should be game over, killing that Giga. Yeah, it was alright. A little awkward, but again, guys playing a Banshee deck. Banshee not great. So, not really playing against like true meta decks here or anything.
Battlefield control. 3, 2.
Okay.
New objective available. Building online.
Still gonna go. I probably should be going Scout Unit first with this deck, given that I'm open War Factory, but whatever.
Unit ready.
Since we've seen a barracks opening, we'll go second wheel. Farm this little militant here.
Building online.
I'm gonna go early flamer this time, because I want flamers as my front line anyway. Oh, a buggy, interesting. Well, what's my out to buggy? I guess I'm going bike early. That's really all I've got going on. I don't want to walk my flamer into that buggy, even if I do get to kill the lasers. I'd rather back out. See a second bike now. Alright. Get that here. Ooh, that tank is a problem. I don't think it's going to be fast enough, to be honest with you. Yeah, no problem. If that tank was a little earlier, if he'd gone one less buggy into the tank, then he could have caused some problems. But it was too late. So I guess we're going Shade because of the War Factory. Shade does one-shot buggies, so you know, pretty good. I'm not sure this deck should be Oksana, to be honest with you. Actually, I'm almost certain this deck should not be Oksana. Because the reason you played Oksana in the original Fnatic Stank was to beat Razorback. That was it. Like, Razorback was the metagame at the time. And you would struggle with how fast it was, so you needed to double boost your stealth tank to catch it. But that is just not a thing anymore. So I don't think there's any real reason to play Oksana in this deck. Like, you can boost stealth tank and Shade to reload a bit faster. That's kind of whatever. Like, I think even in like tournament meta, Alicia played Kayn instead, and then Agent just copied her and also played Kayn because Oksana did nothing. Like, Oksana did nothing in the Nod mirrors. So both players just switched to Kayn, which actually did something. So I think Seth or Kayn, probably Seth, would be best. I don't really think Oksana brings much to the table here. Like, this is the first time I've used it this entire match as well. I don't know. I don't think it's particularly good in this deck, to be honest. Mudpusher says Stank is terrible without Oksana. Then you shouldn't play Stank. I think if you need Oksana for Stank to be playable, then you just shouldn't play Stank. Like, if that... Alright, little GG. Not to be confused with Big GG. Which is Gary in chat. Anas plays this with Seth. I have no idea. I have no idea what Anas plays. But I do think that Oksana doesn't really make a lot of sense with this deck, so I could believe that he plays Seth instead. I don't really want to... I don't need to tussle here. I'm fine chilling. Maybe we get a free shot here. Very nice. We get some free hits on his wheels. Bit weird. Is that second half? Alright, if he's gone second half, we need to pressure. Yeah, that is second half, so we need to start playing the game, we need to start charging. I'm gonna go laser, because against 2 half I want to be diversifying my threats. Because it's harder for him to tech switch because he spent money on 2 harvesters.
Unit offline. Unit offline.
Some militants, flamers.
Unit offline.
Alright, easy missile. He did go double half, so you expect it to be an easy missile. What are you doing, lasers? Obviously shoot the wheels.
Unit offline.
Going Shade for the same reason as before. I want to diversify my threats. Wow, it's a Confessor. Okay. Was not expecting to see a Confessor. We'll probably just get wheels for that thing. As soon as we get some pop cap. Second Confessor, that's gonna be a problem. We might need to bring a Flamer over to support the wheels, but the wheels are obviously gonna get wrecked. Yeah, this could just... and a Basilisk. That was pretty quick. That was pretty quick to get free tech units out, honestly. Like 2 minutes, free tech units. That's pretty rapid. Alright, stealth tank. Stealth tank can one-shot a Basilisk because it's boosted, but I think the boost is going to run out before the stank gets there. Unfortunately. This is a lot of Confessors. Obviously, 2-pad maps are much better for tech units. Because, as you can see, once you get to having your tech units, you just put them on 1 pad, and your opponent has to kill them. Like, normally the way to beat tech... The best way to beat tech normally is to, like, is to kill, like, 1 unit and then end the game. But when there's 2 pads, you can't win the game because you have to kill the units that are on the pads. It's impossible to play the game whilst there's a unit on a pad because there's only 2 pads. You have to be on them both. So 2-pad maps are very good for tech, generally speaking. This isn't looking great. This is like his 8th tech unit or something. Definitely going to be a problem. He's going to run out of tip pretty soon, I think. I'm going to blow up that one while it's boosted. I think I'm going to run out of tip as well, though. Yeah, this might be too many tech units, boys. We might be dead. There you go, his harvester stopped harvesting. He's out of money. So if I can just finish off a few more tech units, I can win this game. It's unclear how much he has banked. Reminds you of the good old days, doesn't it? I'm gonna kill my Harv as well. I think I'm, oh my god, so many tech units. Yeah. Alright, the fact he went bikes makes me think he's probably out of money.
Unit ready. Awaiting orders. Strike back. Your lasers taking position. Just a cloud. Unit offline. His will moves with us. Unit offline. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready. Learning rust. Command. Unit offline.
Oh, kill the Basilisk. No, that was a lot of fucking tech units, man. That was so many tech units. Well, sometimes you lose, right? 2-pad map against double half tech spam. Haven't got any beefy units to get in there. Feels bad, man.
New objective received.
Okay, N7, N7. Not 1 shot. It does in fact kill 1 Confessor per shot, Big Rig. The same as, you know, that's I mean, that's that's how the game works, man.
Building online.
Alright, let's back up here. We could have maybe gone triple wheel here. I don't really want to though. The slow transition into flamers is not something I'm a huge fan of, but when you're playing flamers you kind of have to play wheels, so you don't get a lot of options. Venom, alright. Back up with the flamers, get bikes.
Unit offline.
There goes the Venom. Move this up.
Offline.
Alright, we should be fine here. Move this across and move the bike onto there. Alright. Yeah, we should get this missile pretty easily. There's a shade, don't worry about that.
Unit offline. Unit ready.
No problem. Biker ready to roll.
So the Flamer frontline looks pretty good in this matchup. He seems very weak to it. Obviously, Stealth Tank is also going to be absolutely ridiculous in this matchup because he's just like relying heavily on these air units. So being able to one-shot Venoms is gonna be huge. I'm not sure what the Stealth Tank is doing right now. There we go. There's a Venom.
Laser squad, ready for anything. Your command, lurking in the shadows. Look 'em up, laser stealth.
Bring some lasers up.
Glory to now hide to the shadows.
Unit offline. Unit ready.
Your command. Kill them all.
Unit ready.
Kill them all.
Yeah, like Seth is so much higher impact than my Oksana in this matchup.
Unit offline.
The Oksana is terrible, honestly. Like the Oksana is just absolutely useless in this matchup, or just in this deck.
Weapon launched.
I think it is very, very poor choice of commander for this deck. Maybe the worst? What are the other ones? Seth, Kane, they're both better. What's the other one? Jade? Okay, it's better than Jade. Otherwise, I think it is the worst. I think people just fall into a habit of playing Oksana, like, a lot. I think people are just like, I don't know what command to play, I'll play Oksana because it's generically good. But I actually think it's not generically good. I think it's a pretty weak commander if you don't have some reason to be playing it. Man, getting pop capped on his one-man bites is so hateful.
Unit offline. Unit offline. Unit ready.
Advancing.
The great flames are moving. Cannot do it as you can.
Missiles.
Stand and healthy. Your command. Glory to Let's stay quiet. Lurking for Kane. Lasers charged. Welcome into the shadows.
Unit offline.
Drives the Stealth Tank into mine. Wow, Stealth Tank doesn't kill Stealth Tank anymore? Good to know. Ah, and there's the Seth again. Absolutely backbreaking. Such a beating. Seth is so much better than my Oksana. So much better.
Unit offline. Unit offline. Unit offline. Unit offline. Unit enhanced. Unit
Alright, I think we can maybe block him out here. Oh, what a grind, man. What a grind.
Unit offline.
Ooh.
Objective complete. Battlefield control.
I think the times when you want to boost, you'd be better off with Kane.
2, 1. New objective available.
Carefully now.
Building online. Unit ready.
So Crazy Igor usually plays Mutant Chuggy, but now he has Kane, which would be very weird. So now I think maybe he's playing a Tick Tank deck.
Missiles will smash him. Gonna brain him.
Like opening wheels,
Revving the engine.
Building online.
opening wheels playing Kane.
Your command. Advancing.
Looks like a
No problem. Boyka ready to roll.
looks like a Tick Tank deck to me.
Boyka ready to roll.
Very early double laser as well.
Your command.
Very
Okay.
weird. Lasers are very strong, to be fair.
Gonna brain him.
Flame trooper.
Boyka ready to roll. Your command.
Really wants to keep these three wheels alive. He's literally gone wheel into laser, 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 which is a very surreal opening. Oh, so he is playing Chuggy. Alright, makes sense. So this is the best unit in the game, probably. I don't really have a good answer to Chuggy as well. Like, I probably have to go Shade, which means I have to tech switch. Having to tech switch kind of sucks against Chuggy. Like, I'm probably unfavored against Chuggy first missile most of the time, but Igor went so many lasers, like just ridiculous number of lasers, because he wants to set up for the Chuggy and he wants to play laser Chuggy. He has got the mutant. He's just playing Kane in mutant Chuggy for some reason. Very unusual.
Ready to to strike. Resistance.
We're both stealth. That's funny.
Lurking. Your command. Awaiting order. Revving the engine of brain. Countering stealth fighter.
Unit ready. Unit offline.
Ouch, just a cloud.
Unit enhanced.
We get the chuggies, get some lasers, get the stanks.
Lurking. Machine.
He's gonna make another chuggy because, you know, it's OP. And I need to be ready with my shade to kill the chuggy. There it is.
Unit ready.
And with the EMP, we should be able to take out this stealth tank. Yeah, EMP OP. Alright, we basically just won this game because Shade is bonkers versus Nod. Like, Shade just smashed him. He was trying to play War Factory stuff and I had Shade.
You are victorious. Establishing battlefield control.
Alright, Atom is probably playing Giga Cannon, would be my guess.
New mission received.
He's playing Oksana, he tends to play strong meta decks, so could be Inferno actually. Yeah, now that I think about it, it's probably Inferno. So, am I good versus Inferno? Not really, no. If it's Inferno tank, I'm very bad against it. Because the tank counters stealth tank, and that's my only out against Inferno. So yeah, definitely unfavored if this is tank Inferno.
Unit offline. Unit offline. Building online.
Some lasers out. Oh no, why'd you shoot the wheels? Come on, man. Why do they also target the wheels? What a terrible choice. Literally just throwing the game there. Absolutely horrendous.
Laser squad suppressed.
Get my flamers down here.
Unit offline.
As you command.
Unit ready.
Launchers will bust their dial. As you command.
Unit ready.
Flamers.
Unit offline. Unit ready. Unit offline.
Guy has tank, that's not good. I think he has Inferno as well, which is going to put me very far behind on this one.
Unit ready.
Brings up the wheels for the flames, but I have wisely swapped them out. GG, my dude. Still going to lose missile. Like, I can't beat the tank, I don't think. Not first missile. Because I need Shade to fight tank, and I don't have access to it first missile. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. I'm just going to lose to the tank first missile. Like, it just smashes my War Factory units. And I can't afford to go Shade first missile, so I'm very unfavored on that first missile against the tank.
Unit ready.
So now I'm kind of relying on Shade to get me back in the game, which is really not where I want to be at all. Especially if he now has some clean answer to the Shade.
Unit ready.
The stealth tank, that's not too bad. I can beat stealth tank. I'm gonna go.
Unit ready.
Oh,
Laser squad, weapons charging.
right behind lasers. If he chases me, I'll have reload.
Unit offline.
3 more flames.
Unit offline.
Oksana doesn't look great in his deck either. If either of us had Seth, it would be so much better, I think. That is a lot of flamers. I'm gonna have to bring these ones down. Any additional flamer support.
Unit ready. Unit offline.
Lasers over there. I'll just kill this stealth tank if I can. It looks like I'm dead because I can't beat the flamers spam. Yeah, I don't have answers to the flamers. Because my answer to flamer is flamer and wheel. The wheel is not going to cut it right now. Dude, where are you going, flamers? Oh my god. Okay, I don't know what these flamers are doing, but I've just lost.
Unit ready. Unit enhanced.
Maybe not. No, I'm super dead. If I had a Seth right now, that'd be absolutely banging, man. Seth would be so good right now.
Unit offline.
Couldn't have gone wheels, that was a mistake. Gotta get the block. I can't believe I won this missile. I actually can't believe I won this missile. That was insane.
Launched. Unit ready.
I don't even know how I won it. Like, I think I just pushed enough flamers into his flamers that I eventually was the flamer master. I just put enough flamers on the board that he ran out of ways. Like, he just couldn't fight them. Couldn't fight them off. Which is kind of nuts. I don't know where this stealth tank is going.
Unit ready. Unit offline.
It's all about this flamer front line, man. It's all about the flamer front line. I don't even care about this stealth tank. I don't know why I'm trying to chase it down. It's a completely irrelevant unit in this matchup. I don't know why I made my own stealth tank either. Like, all that matters is the flamer front line. That's literally the game. Yeah, the flamer front line. It's just like a fanatic mirror. It's just all about the fanatics. If you have the frontline fanatics, you win.
Enemy base destroyed. 3.
Alright, at him again. He was playing the Quad War Factory. I assume he's playing Quad War Factory again.
Online. Unit ready.
So my Shade is my dominant unit for sure.
Unit ready.
Hey. Red missiles will smash him. Your command.
He isn't. He's gonna go straight into tank. He's gonna go straight into tank. So I need to go laser next. Yeah,
Building
go straight into
online.
tank.
Boyka rolling.
Unit ready.
Your command. Advancing.
Quite expensive to go tank into flamer.
Boyka ready to roll.
Because the tank is 70 and then the flamer is 70. So
Your command.
I'm gonna go second laser here.
Unit ready.
Boyka ready to roll.
Yeah, look, he actually went for a laser instead of a flamer. He can't afford the flamer. There's the flamer. It should be too late, I think.
Boyka for pain.
We'll just hold these two paths.
Unit offline.
As we learned last game, flamer frontline. That's what it's all about. So we're gonna spam some flamers.
Is as he desires.
There's the wheels, so obviously the other lasers can't support.
Boyka ready to roll.
Here comes the flamers. It's all about the flamer frontline.
Revving the. Still no problem. Your command.
His will moves with us.
Boyka for pain. Revving the engine.
I'm gonna want Shade.
Your command.
Ready to purify
Boyka.
the flames.
Red missiles.
With fire starter ready.
Mostly I'm gonna want flamers. He doesn't really have a way to break the flamers apart from wheels and his own flamers. So as long as I make flamers and ways to kill wheels to support my flamers, I should win. I'm gonna put the bikes here to block. I think he might be too late now. As long as I just block here. Grab a Shade and put it down. I missed the block, I'm an idiot. Oh, stealth tank. There we go. That one, I think he was trying something different. He was trying to outgo in the fast tank, but I went fast laser because I knew he was going to go fast tank, and that
Objective
put him on the back foot. And then once you're on the back foot in the flamer mirror, it's pretty difficult to push into them.
field control. 3.
Wes. Okay, I can't imagine that Swez is not playing Giga Cannon.
Building
I
online.
feel like he's definitely playing Giga Chuggy. And this is a banging map for Giga Chuggy, so I'm a little bit worried. Gonna definitely want to stall because I need to get to my Shade, which is super expensive. So I'm happy to just dance back and forth like this, as long as he's not on pads. That's fine by me.
Building online.
Be the flames envelop us. Honor to the brotherhood.
I really don't want to be charging. Yeah, there's the Chuggy. It's gonna be Giga Chuggy 100%. So I'm gonna need a Shade.
Honor to the brotherhood. Advancing. Flames are moving. Fire starter.
Building online.
It's still gonna be a tough matchup because honestly, it's pretty easy for the Chuggy to hide behind the lasers. Already gone stealth. What?
Lurking in the shade.
I don't really care about losing the shade there. If it kills the Chuggy. Although I probably should, because I can't really make another shade. And he can easily make another Chuggy, so yeah, I guess that was a bad trade. Because I've also had to go for an extra building, which is super expensive.
Revving the engine. Your command. Gonna brain him.
This feels like a tough matchup. The Chuggy is better than everything in my deck. And he's gonna, I assume he's gonna have a Giga at some point. Although, it's just really hard to beat Chuggy Laser.
Ready to strike. Moving the shade.
Here comes another Chuggy. Look how far back I'm pushed. And there's the Giga. Ah, no surprises there. No, what are you doing, lasers? Ah, why did the lasers turn around, man? Oh, lol. Get wrecked, Swaz. Get wrecked. No, why did my shade turn around? Oh man, I have so little money now. Losing that shade was absolutely backbreaking. The problem was I tried to build a laser but didn't have enough money for it. So instead of building a laser and then moving the laser, which is what I was trying to do, I did not build a laser and therefore was still controlling my shade. And then accidentally ordered it to move back. That was really bad. That was really, really expensive. Like that, I mean look, I'm still broke. I'm never going to get back the 70 for that shade. Man, Giga is such a broken unit.
Engaging thrusters. Lasers move. Rolling sounds electrifying. We're taking his will shade.
Oh, what is going on, man? What is going on with these commands? Why is my micro so terrible? Why did my shade turn around again? Ah, so bad at the game. What is happening? Shoot the Giga, man. Oh my god. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, this is so painful to play. The micro is so appalling, man. And this deck that Swaz is playing is just so strong. Such an OP deck, man.
Engaging thrusters. Lasers kill them all. Time for the Brotherhood. Sounds electrifying.
It's so much damage just for moving my shade anywhere. Like, I just want to move my shade a little bit and I take like half its hit points just to get it to move somewhere a little bit. Such a beating. No! Come back, shade. Alright, time for bike spam to save the day. As always. Play a nod, spam bikes. Easy win, there it is. Spam bikes, easy win. That was such a grind, man. That was such a grind. I don't think I could play that one very well. I'm surprised I won, honestly. Really surprised I won that. I felt like I was on the back foot the whole time. But you know, you win rivals by getting the pads at the right time, you know. And I got the tempo exactly when the missiles fired. That flip at the start as well. That was super lucky. Alright, Swaz again. Last game with this deck. Really hoping not to have... I mean, this is a worse Giga map, so hopefully we'll do better here. Goes laser first this time, okay. He should be charging the missile, like, very aggressively. My deck needs a lot of time to get set up. Like, I have to get my air tower and my barracks to play the game at all. So he should definitely just be charging the missile out. But I don't think he knows that.
Laser squad, power and precision. Laser kill them all. His will as he desired. Lasers move. Laser squad, ready for anything.
That is not what I was trying to do with my lasers at all. I know he's going to chuggy soon as well, and that's going to be a nightmare to deal with.
His will move.
Unit ready.
There it is. The big chugster. That cannot be a good trade for him to walk in there. He like did a little bit of damage to my lasers and took a bike volley. That's not a good trade for him.
Buster Doyle, gonna brain him.
Chuggy's still alive though. Very hard to get rid of him. Raider is very strong ability. Alright, finally we get rid of it. Although we're like for sure dead this missile. Yeah, there's just no way I can win first missile against this deck. I just need way too much setup to ever contest the Chuggy and the Giga. Alright, let's see if we can... No! Oh my... Oh, so bad at the game! I have to get a Shade, I think, to keep playing.
Unit offline. Building online.
Although how I'm gonna break the lasers. Alright, whatever. We gotta figure it out at some point, right? Let's get the Shade and go off to the Giga.
Command here. Welcome, stay quiet. Sounds as glory lurking in the shade. You're so shady.
Still not dead? Unreal.
Away moving, your command. Shade blending. Stand to the making the fire spread. Your command, stay stand them all. Glory to Nod and glory to
Unit ready.
Stealth fighter moving, ready to strike. Just a cloud in the sounds electrifying. Engaging thrusters.
Why is it not dead, man?
Unit offline. Unit ready. Nuclear warhead launch.
Oh, this game is so exhausting. This matchup, man.
Unit offline.
Bringing fire to the world.
Such a micro-intensive deck.
Stealth fighter moving. Time for some shock therapy. Just a cloud in the wind. Ouch. Lasers taking ready to strike. Lurking in the shade.
Unit ready.
Oh, you're so resistant.
Unit offline.
Time. Look as he
Unit offline.
ready to purify. Lurking. Shade moving in the shade. Time. Strike. Stealth fighter moving. Lasers move. Taking fire.
With one Shade, have done so much damage now.
Unit offline. Unit ready.
Resistance is
Unit enhanced. Nuclear missile
Oh,
launch.
man. What the?
Offline.
So hard. Huh?
You are victorious.
Well, I actually went 9-1 with the deck, and the game against Tech I for sure threw. Like, there's no way I should be losing to Tech, really, ever. The guy was completely out of money at the end of the game as well, so if I just killed off that one Basilisk, I would have won. So I did actually go like 9-1, and I feel like I could have easily gone 10-0 if I hadn't just completely thrown this one. But yeah, the deck is just such hard work. I don't think it's worth it. It's such hard work, and I think the Oksana is not very good. I think you really want... The problem is like this kind of matchup with having the Seth instead of the Oksana. The Seth would be completely worthless. Like, Seth does nothing in this matchup. Like, Chuggy is way too strong, and no infantry is relevant in the matchup once Chuggy exists. So Kane would have been pretty good, though. Like, Kane to pop the Chuggies would be amazing. So I do actually think maybe this deck is better with Kane. I'm not sure... Swez could have used in Phantom. Yeah, I'm surprised he's playing Stealth Tank instead of Phantom. Most of these decks usually play Phantom, and with Phantom he probably would have won the matchup pretty comfortably both times. Kane would have been better in... I'm looking at the matchups. I'm trying to find one where Kane wouldn't have been better. I think Kane... Maybe this one. Maybe this one. I think Kane would have been better almost every single game I played, basically. So yeah, not a fan of the Oksana in this deck. I don't think it really does much. I think Kane would be a lot better, honestly. But I think the deck is too much work. I think it's not worth... Like, I don't think it's worth playing it because it's too much work for too little gain. Like, the deck is not that strong, honestly, and it's quite micro-intensive. You're relying really heavily on... It's like a Flamer Shade deck, basically. I prefer playing Flamer Scorpion. I think that's more forgiving and a little bit easier to play. But yeah, you're basically a Flamer Shade deck. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that one, and I will see you next time.